Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got my July favorites here for you today. So I've got some good things to share with you. What I do in these videos is I quickly mention my overall Friday favorites, and then I also have other things to share with you. So I have, like this time I have some makeup-y things that I have not mentioned in Friday favorites, some skincare, and then of course book favorites. I love sharing my book favorites with you guys, and you guys seem to enjoy it too, which is so fun. So yeah, if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, get ready with me's, reviews, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about July favorites, so let's get to it. Okay, so for overall eye favorites, I would say that these are my standouts and then also part of my subtle beauty stack. So first off, this is the Dose of Colors Golden Hour palette. If you want to see swatches of these products, definitely check out the original Friday favorites where I mention them, because I kind of go more in depth. I show you swatches, all that good stuff. So this is Golden Hour, and this is the most beautiful palette ever. These right here are my standout favorites from this palette, but the mattes are great too, but just so sparkly and beautiful, and just wowed me the first time I used this palette. It's so good. Really like the formula on these shadows. Beautiful. And then I also love this Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Pigment. This is in Desert. Oh my goodness. You can even see it in the packaging, just how beautiful this is. It looks gorgeous on the eyes. It is like melted copper. It is intensely pigmented and just light-catching and beautiful. I love it. For eyes and cheeks, I would have to say the Subtle Beauty stack. I love this thing. They did send me a stack, and then I added to it myself because I just love the idea and execution of this product. I think it's just genius. I mean, so good. And I love that it's a stack. I like that it's not in a palette, because you can kind of, I don't know, I like that the cream products are more separated from the powder products this way. I just like this better than in a palette. Something about this, I don't know. And it doesn't matter how many products you have in it. I'm going off on a tangent, but in a palette, you know, you only have so much space. Whereas this, you can just have a few, or you can stack it as high as you want to. So it's just very versatile, really great. So yeah, I love the bronzers on my eyes. So I have the bronzer in Latte, and then I also have the bronzer in Cocoa. I love those on the eyes. I love the lip and cheek colors in Mauve, and then also, what's the other one? Plum. I love those. This is just so good. My lip favorite grew legs and walked off, but it is the L'Oreal New Impertinent lipstick. I love that. It's beautiful, great formula, long wearing. It impressed me with the wear time. I really like how comfortable it feels on the lips, but also how it wears. It's just really, really good wherever it is. And then some makeup products. My skin has just been, I don't know, not happy with the super hot weather. It's just been, my foundation has been separating, especially around my T-zone, around my nose especially, and then right in here, just when I'm out in the heat. I mean, it just happens. I'm sweating. It's so warm. I've tried different foundations. I've tried different skincare products underneath, different primers and things, and I don't know. I think it's just the weather. I don't know that anything can completely withstand intense heat like we have in Texas. But I would say that this one has been doing a pretty good job. I've been impressed with the wear time of it. I've used this for years. I think it's a great product. This is Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, the normal to oily. It's just super long wearing, but I think it's really flattering on the skin too, because a lot of times it's hard to find super long wearing that is not completely flat, matte, and drying looking on the skin. And I feel like this is really a good version of a super long wearing foundation. I have it in Classic Ivory, and I actually think that this is just maybe barely too deep for me, especially when I don't have any kind of a sunless tan going on. But I think once I kind of get on there, it works, but I probably could go one shade lighter than this maybe. But yeah, it's super affordable. It applies well. It looks really flattering and pretty on the skin, good coverage, but also kind of versatile. You can apply it more lightly. You can even use it with a sponge and get even lighter coverage with it, or you can apply it with a brush and apply several layers and get really intense coverage with it. It's very versatile. It's really long wearing. I feel like it's flattering looking on the skin. It's just really good. So I've been wearing it more recently, especially in the crazy heat. And I kind of re-fell in love with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I wear this in taupe. It's just that great really tiny micro brow pencil. So I like the precision that you can get with it. I really like the color taupe. Taupe works great for me. But one thing that I really kind of rediscovered with it and made me kind of fall in love with it again is the longevity of it. Again, in the crazy heat, I'm looking for long wearing products, and this seems to stick around on my brows really well. You know, I try not to touch my face, I try not to touch my brows, but if I happen to kind of touch my brows, I feel like this moves less than other brow pencils do. You know, nothing is completely gonna, you know, stay on all day through intense heat, but I feel like this does a better job than a lot of brow products, and I kind of had forgotten about that, or don't remember noticing that about it in the past. So yeah, longevity, precision, good price point. It's just a good staple brow pencil. I keep talking about the heat, but that is a big part of what my makeup has been about this month. So one of the skincare items that I have found has been working really well under my makeup, which actually I don't apply a ton of skincare in the morning before my makeup, because I find that most of the time it affects how my makeup looks, how my makeup wears. So I'll always use a moisturizer. I'll always use something on my skin, but I really don't use a lot of serums or anything in the morning time. Actually, kind of rarely. But I have been using the Dime Beauty TBT serum, and this is mandelic acid and peptides. This is a very light, kind of watery sort of texture to it. So I find that this wears really well under my makeup. I don't actually know about mandelic acid, but I know acids, you want to definitely wear an SPF with it. So just, you know, do your research on that. And I don't actually know about, like I said, mandelic acid, but I know acids, you want to wear an SPF. You always want to wear an SPF. So wear your SPF under your makeup after you use this. Anyway, so yeah, it's just lighter. It's not super heavy. I don't find that it messes up my makeup. So I like the texture of this under my makeup. I mentioned this, I think, just a couple months ago. Also the cream too. I like Dime Beauty products. I like the price point on them. But specifically wearing this one in the morning under my makeup, I've been liking that. A body care product, Kapari was so sweet and sent me the most beautiful PR package with lots of great products in it. This has been a standout favorite of mine. Everything smelled amazing. So just an FYI. Everything in that box smelled incredible. There's a scrub I really liked. But this one, I just really like this a lot. This is the Tahitian Vanilla Hydrating Body Milk, and it says with coconut oil, shea butter, and chamomile. Oh my goodness. It says it keeps your skin silky soft all day long and all night strong, leaving you smelling like Tahitian vanilla. And yes, y'all, this smells amazing. I'm just trying to get a little tiny bit so I can smell it. Oh my goodness. This smells so good, so summery. Yeah, it has a vanilla scent to it, but also a very kind of coconutty, island, vacation sort of scent to it. It's so good. It is strong. It is strongly scented, but it smells amazing. So I put this on my legs at nighttime and I can still smell it in the morning. It's not overpowering by the morning, but I still smell like an island vacation, and I love it. And it's very hydrating. And I like the body milk because it is super hydrating, but feels kind of lighter on the skin. It kind of blends into the skin really nicely. So you get that hydration, but it doesn't feel kind of tacky or heavy. So especially when it's hot, you know, I want the hydration, especially if I'm wearing shorts, but don't want that tacky kind of feeling. So I like how light this feels, how hydrating it is, and how amazing it smells. It's so good. And then on to book favorites. You guys seem to really enjoy this too. I'm loving sharing book favorites, and y'all seem to really enjoy hearing about my book favorites, so it seems like a good match. So, okay, first off, The Lion's Den. This is by Catherine St. John. So I would describe this as kind of like, if you like reality TV, if you like a little bit of drama and you're just intrigued by kind of people watching, this is kind of that sort of feeling book. So it's a little bit kind of like Real Housewives, and it's a little bit kind of like Below Deck, if you've ever watched Below Deck, because this is a story that takes place on this really fancy yacht, this group of friends. Something kind of starts to seem a little bit questionable about this friend and this yacht that they're on. The friend's boyfriend seems kind of controlling, and it's just sort of a little bit of like a mystery, but it's kind of a little bit of friend drama. Yeah, it just really kept me intrigued, and I really liked her writing style. I found it really easy to read. Again, this is one of those kind of, it's a reality TV sort of a storyline where, you know, there's a lot of people in here that you're like, meh, I don't really love that person, but I like to hear what they're doing. Like, I'm interested to hear what happens in their storyline. I really enjoyed this. And a couple of romances. So first off, The Infinity Between Us. This is a second chance romance. I love second chance romances. There's just something about that storyline that just pulls at my heartstrings. I just love it. So this is another one. And again, it's that same sort of recurring storyline of the families have a vacation home, they go there together, they spend time together each summer, and Violet and Will are friends, childhood friends. They end up falling in love when they're teenagers, and it's that young love, just sweet storyline. Something happens, they don't end up talking for a number of years, and then Violet comes back and she is ready to sell this home, but Will doesn't want to. And he's there, and she's not expecting to see him there. So he convinces her to spend the summer there and kind of help him work on the house. And at the end of the summer, like, will you want to sell it still, is kind of the storyline. So they have to kind of like spend some time together. It's so sweet. This was almost a 5-star for me. The spice was just a little bit too much for me personally. That's totally a personal preference, what I feel comfortable reading. But that was really the only thing that made it not a complete 5-star for me. But like I said, that is just personal preference. But I do like to mention that to you. But it's just so sweet. I loved the characters in this story. And yeah, it's just good. And then Shipped. So this is a really cute summary sort of storyline. So they both work for a vacation cruise line, and neither of them, they don't really like each other. So it's kind of like a enemies to lovers sort of a storyline. They don't really like each other. They both work in kind of like digital marketing, that sort of department, and they work for this cruise line. Neither of them have ever been on a cruise with the cruise line, so they're both sent on this cruise, and they're both going for the same promotion. It's kind of like this, you know, higher level position in the digital marketing sort of department. So they're both going for the same position. Their personalities are very different. She is like very go-getter, get things done. He seems kind of more laid back, a little bit like, you know, doesn't really, he replies with like one-word emails, and that just really irritates her. So it's really cute. It's really sweet. I found it easy and fast to read. Just a good summary sort of romance. And then a great thriller. This is The Island by Adrienne McKenty. This was like keep me on the edge of my seat. So good. I would love to see this made into a movie. So this family goes to this island. Something ends up happening, and then they're basically like fighting for their lives. Like, it is a running for their lives, trying to escape, trying to survive. But there's also a good kind of storyline with the family as well. It just really, I mean, it was like non-stop action. Like, I had to know what was happening next. It was just go, go, go. Really exciting, very fast-paced, definitely a 5-star read. I loved this one. Okay guys, those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving in July. Either makeup, skincare, hair care, fashion, books, whatever. I would love to hear your favorites for the month. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!